Indonesia's Muslim youth find new heroes in Instagram preachers. In Indonesia, the rise of rockstar clerics on social media has fueled a movement known as Hijrah, capturing the attention of Muslim youth seeking new ways to express their faith on social media. Hijrah means migration in Arabic and refers to the Prophet Muhammad's journey from Mecca to Medina as one of the 5 pillars of Islam. But in Indonesia, Indonesian celebrity who promotes the Hijrah lifestyle as a happy mom and wife, has 14.9 million Instagram followers. With 12 points, Indonesia is the world's largest Muslim majority nation with 6 different religions recognized with equal rights. Most Muslims, nearly 150 million of 268 million Indonesians actively use social media platforms and spend more than 8 hours per day online, with more than 3 hours spent daily on social media alone, according to the Facebook is also. Putra Aceh Fest, a 3-day festival in Jakarta, has grown in popularity since its launch in 2018, primarily through social media. The festival is after comparing different faiths, I concluded that the Quran is the absolute answer, Untung said. According to him, Untung's Hijrah Aceh Fest is like a pious version of the USSXSW where, instead of music, 12,000 festival-goers network, explore a Muslim-themed trade show featuring modest fashion and halal cosmetics. Get free tattoo. The movement became popular nearly 10 years ago among Indonesia's urban youth, underground punks and skaters who began to identify with radical, straight-edge Islam. Instagram. Mass Quranic learning gatherings today can be equated to concerts. All Indonesian bands.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.